What's up, guys? JT Postman here, and we are back with another episode of our Let's Talk NHL series. And it's been a very long time since we've done one of these, but the trade deadline is coming up, and this is the perfect time to start doing them once again. And the biggest trade of the trade deadline has already happened days before trade deadline day. The Winnipeg Jets have traded their captain, Andrew Ladd, along with forward Matt Fraser and defenseman Jay Harrison, to the Chicago Blackhawks in exchange for forward Marko Dano, a 2016 first-round pick, and a 2018 conditional third-round draft pick. The Jets also retain 1/3 of Andrew Ladd's salary, and that 2018 conditional third-round pick that the Jets receive, they will only receive that draft pick if the Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup this season. So those are the trade details. We're actually going to jump into an offline shootout because I already put Andrew Ladd on the Blackhawks, and I want to show you guys what he looks like on a Blackhawks jersey, even though we've already seen it before because he's already won a cup with them. But we'll see him once again in next gen, what he looks like with the Chicago Blackhawks. Alright, but wow, what a trade. I mean, I was thinking today, Thursday, I was like, man, no huge deals have happened. Pollock, a bunch of those little, Maple Leafs deals that they make every single year. Oh, there he is at number 3, all ready to go. Andrew Ladd. Oh man, poor Winnipeg Jets fans. I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, I was thinking, man, no big trades today, no trades in general today, and then boom, out of nowhere, before the Jets game was even about to start, Andrew Ladd, boom, he's the Chicago Blackhawk once again. It's crazy. It's so cool though, because just to see him go back there, he's had such a great career already. I think he's 31 years old. He won a cup with the Carolina Hurricanes, then he went to the Blackhawks, won another Stanley Cup in 2010. Then he got traded to the Thrashers, was the alternate captain there. Then they relocated to Winnipeg. He became the first captain for the Winnipeg Jets since they were relocated. And now he gets traded back to the Blackhawks to try to win another Stanley Cup. So he's already had such a great career. And he's going to benefit the Blackhawks so much, especially in that Western Conference. He's a big body, a big power forward, perfect for the Western Conference, a playoff performer, a leader. When he left Chicago, he was a third liner for them, I'm pretty sure. He's coming back a potential first liner. He's got captain's experience now. He was the leader on a playoff-bound Winnipeg Jets team. I mean, not this year, of course. This year they're bottom of the league. But, they've been competitive since he's been on the team. And here he is, Andrew Ladd. I put him at number 17. I don't know what number he's going to wear because 20 is taken, or not 20, 16 is taken by Marcus Kruger, so I just put him at 17. I don't know what number he's going to take. I think he'll either wear number 17 or some number in the 20s. That's what I guess. Like 23 or something, or 22 or 26, something like that. Maybe 26 or 17. Those are my guesses. Marion host, we're going to try to just flip over the goalie. Oh, big save by Pavlik. Normally computers don't let that up. But I'm not too focused on winning the shootout. I just want to talk about the trade, man. But as far as what the Winnipeg Jets are getting, they can't lose in this deal. They just can't. It's not a deal, where you can say one team lost or the other team won. The only team that can lose this deal are the Blackhawks. The Jets have nothing to lose. This is a type of deal that, this year and 20 years down the line, you can't say it was a bad deal for the Jets. No matter what, it was a good deal. Even if they get both picks, even if they get the first round pick and the third round pick, and both of those picks turn out to be nothing, and even if Marko Dano doesn't turn out to be the greatest, it was still, they still didn't lose the trade because they got what they could for Andrew Ladd, and Andrew Ladd was 100% going to be traded before or at the trade deadline. There was no way they were going to be able to re-sign him. The contract talks really have gone nowhere in months. After Andrew Ladd, I believe, rejected an offer. They've just basically been stuck for months, and then the last month or so, He's basically been on the trade block. We'll go do another one. We'll do another shootout. But, oh, man, what was I saying? I forget. Hold on, let me just go back into this real quick. Offline shootout. Join. Let's get the two teams going here. We'll use the Jets this time. We'll be at home. Winnipeg. There we go. Chicago. Already got it now. We'll just use the lineups that are already set there. But what I was saying was, no matter what, the Jets can't lose this deal because Andrew Ladd was not going to sign with the Jets. There was no way they were going to be able to afford him, especially after they signed Big Buff to that large contract extension. So they got what they could. You know, they got a good prospect. They got a first-round draft pick and a potential third-round draft pick. You know, they got a good value for Andrew Ladd, a guy who they were not going to bring back. You know, it's not like a situation where, for example, you know, a Rick Nash, where the Blue Jackets, you know, they didn't have to trade him away. You know, they wanted to, and he wanted to be traded, but they didn't have to. You know, it's not like he was a pending free agent. He still had many years left on his contract. You know, it's not like that situation where you trade him and then, oh, maybe you didn't get fair value for him. You know, no matter what the Jets get, you know, they're getting value because, you know, in a few months, you're going to have nothing anyway, so you might as well get something. So, good deal for the Jets. There's, you know, it's a win-win situation. They can't lose here. But the Blackhawks, they can definitely lose here. And the Blackhawks are in a position where not that their future doesn't mean anything, not that they don't care about their future or something or anything like that. It's just that they need to go for as many cups as they can, you know, continue their streak as long as they can right now, because Marian Hossa, he doesn't have many years left. Seabrook and Keith, Crawford, obviously Taze and Kane, these guys are all in the prime of their careers. So they need to try to do whatever they can to build around those guys, work around those guys every year, just bring a bunch of guys in to try to fit around them and try to win, you know, be competitive year after year. And I think as long as the Blackhawks still have Crawford in the net, Seabrook and Keith at the point, and Taze and Kane up front, they will be competitive for the Stanley Cup. You know, they brought in Artemi Panarin. He's having a fantastic rookie season. They brought in Artem Anisimov, and he's, you know, proving what am I trying to say? You know, he's proven that center spot alongside of Patrick Kane is a very good position to be in. You know, Brad Richards last season, he really benefited playing alongside of Patrick Kane, and now it's Anisimov this year with Panarin as well. You know, Taze, he's playing with guys like Andrew Shaw and Richard Panik. He's still playing fantastic. Let's try to just snipe this. Oh, no. Bad save there. I don't really care. But, the Blackhawks, they need to win. You know, they realize that, you know, if we hang on to our draft picks and we don't be aggressive at the deadline, you know, if we don't win the Cup this year, oh, well, then that's only another year that Seabrook and Keith and all these guys are getting older, and that's another year that we wasted, you know, when we could have gone for another Cup. So they're trying to win as many Cups as they can, keep their streak going. Can you imagine 4 Stanley Cups in 7 years? They can do it. They can do it. You know, look at their depth chart now. I mean, top line, you've got Andrew Ladd, Jonathan Taves, Marian Hossa. Second line, Artemi Panarin, Artem Anisimov, Patrick Kane. Third line, Andrew Shaw, Teuvo Teravainen, and then I don't know who would be there. I mean, they still have Eric Desjardins. I know they've got mixed in there. And then I know they've got, you know, Yuri Sakach, you know, guys who've been filling in. But, and I know they've brought up a few rookies, you know, Rasmussen, Dano, a few guys like that. We'll just do a rematch quick. This will be the last one. But, the Blackhawks, man, they're poised to win another Stanley Cup this season. And Andrew Ladd, you know, like I said, he's that playoff performer. You know, they go up against a team like the LA Kings when they got guys like Kopitar, Carter, and Lucic and guys like that. They're going to need an Andrew Ladd. Man, the Blackhawks going to be fun to watch in the playoffs. It's going to be fun. I mean, I feel like it would be kind of annoying to see the Blackhawks win it again, but wow, I mean, when was the last time we've seen a team this dominant in the NHL? You know, winning. I mean, in today's game, winning 4 Stanley Cups in 7 years is would be unimaginable. So if they can do it, I mean, that'd be insane. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think of the deal. Again, the Jets can't lose in this situation. I think they got fair value for Andrew Ladd. But the Blackhawks, man, they need to win the Stanley Cup. They put all their chips in, and they're still not done. You know, the Jets retained a third of that salary, and they sent down Rob Scuderi, so they've got some cap space. They've still got some room to maybe trade for another piece to come in and try to help them out, maybe add some depth. We'll see. Yeah, let's just try to finish out this shootout. Try to beat these computers. I don't really want to use that glitch shot again. The double stick to the right, forehand backhand move, and that would be to the left. I don't really want to use that, but I don't know what else to use against the computers. They either stop it or it just goes, it just misses the net like that. All right, if he doesn't score here, yeah, I'll just do it now. We'll just finish this. Who is it? Michael Roosevelt. All right, this might not work, actually. Michael Roosevelt, let's see. Oh, it worked. Anybody can do it. Michael Roosevelt, what a season he's been having, too, coming back from his injury last year. Man, they're going to be good. Trevor Van Riemsdyk, he's been doing pretty well as well. You know, that defensive core, Ville Paka, I believe, has played some games. Corey Crawford's having a great season. Patrick Kane is obviously having the best year of his career. It's gonna be an amazing playoff run for the Chicago Blackhawks, that's for sure. I expect nothing less than a Stanley Cup final appearance in the Blackhawks. I mean, honestly, can you imagine the Blackhawks being taken down? I mean, you can say the Capitals. They're having a great regular season, but again, they haven't made it past the second round. They haven't proven that they can win the Stanley Cup just yet. You know, they still have to get to the Eastern Conference Final first. And the Blackhawks, you know, they won it last year. You know, they've won 3 cups in 6 years. They've proven that they can do it with the core that they have in place. So, honestly, I can't see a team beating the Blackhawks. You know, I think of all the best teams in the East, you know, the Lightning, the Capitals, even throw the Rangers in there. I can't picture any of them beating the Blackhawks when they're at their best. I mean, they have too much poise. They've done it too many times. I mean, there's no shaking. At this point in the Stanley Cup Final, you know, the greatest stage has become just, you know, a yearly thing for them. You know, the Stanley Cup Final, I would say at this point, no longer can phase them. You know, those guys have been there, done that 3 times. They've never lost in the final in the last 3 times they've been there. So, and then the Western Conference, the LA Kings could give them some trouble if they run into them, but other than that, even in the West, I don't see a team taking them down. It's it'll be interesting. It's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait for this year's playoffs. We've still got a lot of trades to go. Names like Mikhail Bodker, Radim Verbata, Eric Stahl, Dan Hamhuis. We got a lot of names out there still to go. I'll be making. I don't know yet. I mean, if there are individual trades leading up to the deadline, like if, let's say, Eric Stahl is traded tomorrow, or today, actually, this video is going up on Friday, or if he gets traded on Saturday or something, and that's the only deal, then I might make a video just dedicated to that. But if no deals really happen over the weekend, which I'm sure they will, but if they don't, then I'll just make one long video Monday night, and then that'll go on Tuesday, you know, reviewing the entire trade deadline, you know, all the big moves. But yeah, now that Andrew Ladd's gone, the dominoes are going to start to fall. All those teams that were looking at Andrew Ladd, now their attention is pointed on other guys. So I feel like over the next few days, we're going to see the names start to go, and who knows, trade deadline day might actually not be that entertaining. I feel like most of the names will be gone before then, but we'll see. Again, let me know in the comments what you guys think of the trade, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.